Hello everybody and welcome back to JoyClicks. My name is Christian and it is currently the weekend, but I am still reeling from the information and news that we are going to be getting Spider-Man PS4 in our hands on store shelves and available to download on September 7th of 2018. Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel Comics hero, so I cannot wait. I'm itching to be able to play this game because it looks so good. Hands down, one of my favorite things about any Spider-Man game is the alternate costumes you get to unlock through various means, whether it be cheat codes, in-game achievements, or DLC. So it has made me extremely happy that Insomniac has confirmed that they are sticking with the trend and will be offering loads of different Spider-Man outfits for players to swap between in Spider-Man PS4. They've already revealed the Punk Spider-Man outfit, which is available as a pre-order bonus, and Spider-Man Noir. Now, if I were a betting man, I would love my odds on guessing what else is going to be included for sure. Iron Spider's probably going to be in there, a symbiote variation, a stealth suit, the amazing Bagman, just to name a few. But today I thought I would come to you with the 5, probably too specific to be likely, but at the same time so specific that they might just get featured in there, options for costumes that I think deserve a slot in Spider-Man PS4. Starting off with number 5 is the Future Foundation Spider-Man costume. If you're a little familiar with Marvel Comics, you will probably recognize this as the Future Foundation outfit. It is pretty much all white with some black details, black spider, black eyes, and it was given to Peter Parker by the Future Foundation, which Peter ended up joining because of something that was listed in the last will and testament of one of his best buddies, Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch. Now, it's safe to assume that Insomniac isn't going to be offering different play styles depending on which outfit you choose to don as Peter Parker, but the Future Foundation suit does have some pretty cool features to it. For one, it cannot get dirty because of its molecular composition, which is pretty cool, and it also is able to give Peter the option to switch between the Future Foundation white outfit, the classic red and blue Spidey outfit, and his regular everyday Peter Parker clothes with just a simple thought. Again, probably can't do that in the game, but regardless, it's a cool looking suit. Moving on to number 4 is one that I just basically threw in here as a personal pick, and that is the Todd McFarlane design for Spider-Man. Now, odds are if you haven't seen this version of Spider-Man, you've seen versions of Spider-Man that took inspiration from this one. It was one of the first to prominently feature the gigantic eyes on Spider-Man, which I love. It gives him way more personality, and it's a super cool look to the mask. Big giant eyes aside though, Spider-Man is already kind of lean, but this leaned more towards creepy lanky, and I'm all about that. Plus, it decided to bring back one of my favorite and probably most underutilized aspect of a Spider-Man outfit, which is the web wings and the armpits. It's a cool look. They should use it more. Side story, when I was a kid, I had a Mark Echo embossed t-shirt with this design on it. I was a big fan. Liked it. Next up at number 3 is one that would go miles for some people who claim that Spider-Man 2, the movie tie-in on the PlayStation 2, is the quote-unquote best Spider-Man game that has ever been released to this day. Not me. I personally am a big fan of Web of Shadows, but that aside, I'm talking about the Tobey Maguire classic trilogy look for Spider-Man. This look has very much become iconic throughout the years, mainly because of nostalgia, but also because it is a standard look that brought Spider-Man to the masses, and it probably isn't that hard to get in here. This is, after all, a Sony PlayStation exclusive title, and Sony Pictures are the ones who produced the Spider-Man Sam Raimi trilogy, which Tobey Maguire starred in, so it can't be that hard for Insomniac's reps at PlayStation to knock on the door of their neighbors at Sony Pictures and say, hey, let us use that reference, please. It would be a great way for Insomniac to memorialize the greatness of Spider-Man 2 while looking to the future and paying respect to the all-time fan favorite until it gets dethroned, even though it already got dethroned, like I said, but that's neither here nor there. Next up at the number 2 slot is most definitely the weirdest alternate superhero costume I've seen in my entire life, and I've seen some pretty weird alternate outfits. What I'm talking about is Spider-Man 1602, also referred to as the Spider by his alter ego Peter Parquois. So Peter Parquois is the Earth 311 answer to Earth 616's Peter Parker Spider-Man. This version of Peter grew up as an orphan raised by his Scottish Uncle Ben until that one fateful day where Sir Nicholas Fury took him off to England to be his assistant, and some stuff happened with him and like Queen Elizabeth, and it got really messy. But regardless, it would be pretty hilarious to walk around a fully realized New York City as Spider-Man, wearing his pantaloons and frilly collar, reciting some classic Shakespeare lines. So before we get to number one, I want to give a quick shout out to one of my nostalgic favorite picks for a Spider-Man alternate outfit, and that was the armor that you could get in the classic Spider-Man on PS1. If you had the game, you know which one I'm talking about. Classic Spider-Man logo, him crawling up the side of a building. One of the cool things you could do in that game is find a token in each level, which gave you a pretty sweet silver and navy Spider-Man armor outfit. It would be cool for them to feature in here. I feel like they might do it, but this was even more personal of a pick than the Todd McFarlane one. So coming in at number one is probably the most significant addition to the Spider-Man franchise over the past few years, and one of the most popular current runs in Marvel Comics, at least one of their most popular new characters, and that is Spider-Gwen. Again, we have some alt history going on, but the long and short of it is Gwen Stacy is Spider-Man, or an equivalent to Spider-Man, and Peter Parker is not in this world. She's got a sick outfit. It's white, black, and pink. It's got a hood on it. Looks dope. I would love to run around in that outfit. The late great game Marvel Heroes actually had Spider-Gwen as an alt costume for the Spider-Man character class, and she even came with her own set of voiced dialogue that played if you got the outfit. It's really cool. Insomniac definitely does not have to go that far, and I don't think they would go that far if they included Spider-Gwen as a costume in Spider-Man PS4. Spider-Gwen DLC, however... So, coming from a pretty big Spider-Man fan, those are my top 5 most likely / most hopeful requests for costumes to be included in Spider-Man PS4. Now, like I said, Spider-Man games are notorious for having so many different alternate costumes, so be sure to sound off down below and let me know what you want to see in Spider-Man PS4 to change things up and not just be the standard Peter Parker. If you liked or agreed with any of my picks, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, sub, and hit the bell so you never miss any of the content coming from JoyClicks. Who knows, maybe we'll be able to play as J. Jonah Jameson unmasked with the Spider-Man suit, like in the iconic scene from the film Spider-Man 2. And I'll leave you with that as I sign off. Thank you for watching, and with all that being said, I'll see you all in the next video.